Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Algi Ferdiansyah. My student number is 21220117, and I'm from B1 2021 English Education class. So for today, I'm trying to make this video for submitted to fulfill the assignment on speaking for academic purposes at English Education Study Program on IKIP Siliwangi 2023. And for the next few minutes, let's pretend you are as my students, and I, as your teachers, try to correcting your homework. So let's take a look at some English sentence here, and we'll trying to find what the mistakes are based on their sentence. Okay, for the first sentence, my mother, she works in a bank. Is it okay? So here, yes. What happened here is we said my mother, she works in a bank. So we cannot repeat the subject. We cannot repeat the subject. The mistakes here is that we had the double subject. The first subject is my, and the second subject is she. The subject was mentioned twice. So in the sentence, in order to be correct, it would be my mother works in a bank, or she works on a bank, if you know who she is, right? But for this sentence, you can say both. No double subjects. Number two, John is an engineer. But what's wrong with that? Look carefully. Well, what's wrong with the sentence? It's missing the punctuation at the end. The yes, the punctuation, right? Part of the correct sentence is correct punctuation. So here there was no period at the end on the sentence. That's what was wrong. For the next sentence, the manager of my department. What's wrong with that? Well, what's wrong is that it's not a sentence because doesn't have a verb, and there is no have verb. Yes, okay. So of course, you need to continue the sentence, and the eventually you don't need to have some punctuation as well. It's not the complete English sentence or a correct English sentence. So there is no verb, missing verb. And for the next one, we enjoy watching old movies. Okay. Again, the mistake is we must look carefully here. What's wrong there? Well, it has a subject, it has a verb, but okay, so this is the problem. The first letter of the word of English sentence has to be capitalized. So the W mean here, we must make a capitalize first. And here we didn't have a problem before. Next sentence. I like very much Chinese food. Okay, maybe that sounds okay to you, but it doesn't sounds okay to me as I know. It's close but not quite. What's wrong? Well, what's wrong here? Here it is. The word order. The word order. Not only do you need to have a certain elements, you need to have the word in the right order. So in English, the correct order for this sentence would be I for the first sentence, like Chinese food very much. Very much. Here it is, okay? Not I like very I like very much Chinese food. There is no okay. The correct one is I like Chinese food very much. Okay. Next, Maria need help with her homework. Homework. Maria need help with her homework. What's wrong? What's wrong with there? Okay. So the mistake is here. The word need. The word need here. The mistake is the subject verb agreement. The verb has to agree with the subject, right? If we say Maria, okay, so it means is she. Maria is a girl, right? And we would have to say she needs. Maria, she needs help with her homework. Maria needs help with her homework. So the error here was on the subject verb agreement. And the next one, delivered the package yesterday. Okay, delivered the package yesterday. What's wrong with here? Well, it's similar to with here, except here we had sentence. We had a sentence. We had sentence fragments, and we had the subject. Yes, and we had the subject. Here we have a sentence fragments and we have a verb, but we don't have a subject. We have the missing subject here. So this is also a sentence fragment. Fragment means it's only one part. It is not a complete sentence, right? So for the next one, we receive your letter. We receive your letter sounds fine, but if you're an English teacher, you're going to look really carefully at each of the word. And what's wrong with here? The, the mistakes is here on receive word here. Okay, the word receives is one of those, I think the tricky words with the E and the I and the I and the E that you have to learn very well. So the correct one is we receive. Wait, let's write it. We re. Sorry for the new one. So the first one, the correct one is we receive. So we not forget about the EI and I to E. The correct one is we received your letter. No, we receive your letter. No, it's So let's take a look at what the principle apply to correct English sentence, okay? So an English sentence must express a complete thought and it must express it with certain elements. Now, just because of the sentence must express a complete thought, it doesn't have to have a lot of words. It doesn't have to be very long sentence. And here's my example of the perfect sentence, very perfect sentence, which is not long. And here are for the example, babies cry. And let me explain to you why is the perfect correct English sentence. As an English sentence, we has to have a subject. The subject in this sentence is babies. It is subject, right? And English sentence has to mention the subject once. So for the sentence the babies cries, we had subject also at the babies, and English sentence has to mention the subject once. And the sentence also have a verb. What's the verb in the sentence? Cry. Cry is a verb. Cry is a verb, and a sentence has to have a subject verb. Subject verb agreement. So in this case we said babies cry. That's correct. We didn't say babies cries or anything like that. Here is the subject verb agreement. Babies cry. A correct sentence should have a capital letter also and with you, so that's fine. A correct English sentence should have punctuation at the end, yes, and which we have a period here. And the next it should be correct word order, which we have we didn't say cry babies, which mean something else. We said babies cry. That was fine. And the last is spelling. Okay, the word babies is spelling correctly, and the word cry is spelled correctly too. So here's the point that you need to keep in mind where you're constructing of an English sentence or do your homework. Make sure you do that and you don't lose mark unnecessary on your exam by making one of the basic error here. All right, and that's all for our discussion for today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your great attention, everyone. And good luck for your English. And wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Bye.